to that when you kind of lock it down, and it's the soft part. You can tell that's the part that goes in here, not the hard tubing. All right, so we're going to take the other end of the irrigation, which is this one, and I'm going to connect it to the side right here, and it fits snugly in. Nice click, and that's in, and that's what gives the scope air for during the procedure. No, that's what gives scope air during the procedure. So now, while I'm right here, I'm also going to hook up the air connector, which connects into the side of the scope here, clicks on nice and perfectly, and it's unclamped to freely let the air go once I push pump. And this is the irrigation tubing connector. It's going to connect to the irrigation port of the scope, and it lower locks on as well. Nice and fit.
So,
right, everything
just a question here. This first one is the irrigation?
Yes.
The second one, what is that?
That's the air. That's what brings air through the scope.
Okay, and that third one?
And this third one is also connected with the irrigation and the air as well. And they all are generating from the water bottle. Okay. So now, as we're ready, we're going to load this. We're going to set it up to test the scope out. So preferably, we like to do 3 as normal for air, and hit pump and hit that lamp light so you have light on your scope. I'll flip that down. So
when you do that, what happens? We see this.
So now that I push the pump on, you're getting airflow and bubbles inside the button. See, when I cut it off, it stops. So you know something is wrong if you're not getting distension in the colon or the stomach. It's probably because you're not getting proper air. So now that's on. Okay, so now we're going to do a test to make sure the air is going good through the scope. So in my basin, I have another sterile water. Put that so I can use my suction and whatever else I need during the procedure. And I'm going to test it. The scope lamp is on and the air is on. All the buttons are connected. The scope would not allow you to blow up buttons without to blow up bubbles without the buttons on. Sorry.
Are you pressing any button right now to get these bubbles?
To get the bubbles, I'm not pressing any button. I'm just taking my finger over this purple button and covering it up and putting it in the water simultaneously. So I'm not pushing any buttons down or anything. Just covering up the purple button with my finger, and it gives air. So now I'm going to do a lens clean test. So now with this purple button, I'm going to actually push it down this time outside of the water. So I'm holding down the purple button, and you can hear it building up, and you see water shooting out. So I'm doing a lens clean test. When I push this purple button down without it being in the air, it cleans the lens for the GI surgeon. So they need this in case the screen lens get foggy. That's important. So now I'm going to cut my suction on, and we're going to make sure our suction is hooked up. You can hear perfect suction through the scope now. I had to make sure the canister was snugly down, just like in the OR. And that's in. And now when you hear suction, you should be good to go. So now this red button right here, when I put my scope tip in the water,
You're just
it's
pressing.
suctioning. Yep.
Just pressing the red button.
I'm just pressing the red button, and that's my suction.
And the water is flowing down.
And the water suction as much as you want
inside the canister.
Inside the canister. And this is very important that the GI doctor would be able to suction any liquid during the procedure. So this is a whole standard setup. You got your SurgiLube, a new one in every packet, sponges, and everything you need. During the end of the procedure, when it's time to finish,
can we see the basket? What does it say?
Intercept.
Okay.
And this is for the bedside at the end of a procedure. Once we're out, we'll rip this open, pour this into the sterile water, and get a couple of suds in there. You want to get some suds just like you're washing dishes. And this will be to clean the scope on the outside, and also to suction all of this. You suction the whole remaining balance with the bubbles and with the intercept, and that's your bedside cleaning to clean the whole scope.
instrument.
So that's a full kind of breakdown of the whole setup.